Okay. So just recently, I attended my local camp called Pioneer Camp, and I was working with this guy, and he basically is a master knife creator, but he's still pretty good. So he gave me a file. I was working in the blacksmith shop with him. He gave me a file. It's 16 inches long, and here it's 2 inch, and here's about 1.5 inches, 1.75 inches. And then this is a big circle saw blade thing, and you run big logs through it, and it goes right. And so, he was a knife maker, and he got me thinking about it. He made some knives, and he gave me some ideas stuck in my head. So I kind of drew out the file here, and that's the file. Yeah. So this is the file that I'm working with. It's inch up here, and then we go down 2 inches, and I measured again every 2 inches until 6 inches down I measured, and then down here I'm not really going to use it. But this is the blade, 4 inches long from the tip of the blade down to the base of the blade. And this little pelvis thingy right here is going to be what hinges on the butterfly knife. A butterfly knife. So I have two pieces of steel here, and you may be wondering if you know how to make a butterfly knife. You can't make a handle out of flat metal because I don't have a forge at home. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna get some circles steel, like a tube, and flatten it out just a little bit, and it'll come together. It'll come together. Okay, it'll work. Cut to the next thing. Alright, so what I failed to mention is that only one of these is going to be an actual knife. This one's going to be one with an edge on it so that it kills things. No, that's... Hold on. This is the one that's going to have an edge on it so that it's sharp. This one's going to be the one without the edge on it, which might be reversed. I might want this one. This is hard steel still. It's not file hard, and it's not a 1/4 inch thick like this, but it's still hard enough to cut through giant logs. So what I'm doing here is basically sketching out what I need to do. So here we're going to take like this right here and kind of move it out. And kind of draw out just a little bit. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do for pins. Maybe take something like a brass rod and kind of rivet it in, but I don't have a rivet gun. I'm going to just hammer it down. I'll warm it up with a torch and then hammer it down. Yep, that'll be what I do. So I have the handle here, and I have some super fancy hole making equipment in my paper here, and so I'll just like that. Just for some, references. So I'm going to go like, make a hole here maybe, and then make a hole here maybe. Question mark, question mark. I don't know if I want them there or not. But we'll find out. Now, as you can see, I have some super intricate drawings right here. And then I have some intricate drawings to show the file here. I mean, that looks like a pretty cool blade. I mean, like, yeah. If you showed me a bay, I'd be that blade. Get it? Beyblade. I had a thought too. At the bottom of every handle, on at least one side of the Balisong, you need to have a latch. So when you open up, you open it up, and then like you close it up. Then you have this latch down here that you can close the thing with. So now you have a knife, or you can like flip it in on itself, and then you have a closed thing. so it stays closed, and when you put it in your pocket, it doesn't, like, when you take it out, it doesn't, like, open up and stab your hand and you bleed out. Because that has happened to people. Not me, though. I haven't been crucified by a butterfly knife. After saying that, that sounded kind of mean. That was kind of mean. The next thing I'm going to do is kind of work on more shading here. That's another time lapse. But, yeah, let's do that. Alright, now this is kind of dumb. I've been watching some of the time lapses, like the only 2 time lapses I've ever done, and they go like super fast. So I'm gonna put those into an editing thing and kind of slow them down. It's kind of hard to see what I'm attempting to do. So what you are actually seeing is probably slowed down like 4,000,000% probably. Is this ASMR? And I just realized my hand was in the way. Is this ASMR though? I mean, like, make sure you have good headphones on. I didn't know this was going to be ASMR. Tell me if that's negative ASMR or not. Like, if you see me in real life, tell me if that's ASMR. If it's positive or negative, I can't really tell. If you don't know what ASMR is, there's an Odd Ones Out video on it. And don't look up ASMR directly. Look up ASMR The Odd Ones Out, because there's some weird stuff on the internet. I mean, like, trust me, I mean, I'm weird, but not ASMR weird. Alright, so what we're gonna do here, is go back. Okay, so the handle here is only gonna go to here, which is like leaving so much space here. So if I go like this, go there, and then go there, that's going to be the other handle. What was the thing? Hold on. My brain's missing me. Okay, so at least they're even on the thing. They're at least even. Alright, so that's kind of the rough guesstimate here of where the handles are gonna go, but look at how much, dude, that's like my tooth gap right there. I don't have a tooth gap. Get wrecked, you thought. But like, dude, the holes need to be in more. That's right, the holes need to be in more. But by like a ½ inch, so they need to be in by a ¼ inch. Maybe a little bit less than a ¼ inch. Alright, we'll do that. So the holes need to go over, I'm lazy, over a ¼ inch. ¼ inch. So these need to go in a ¼ inch. That's a 2. Alright. So that's, I don't want to get rid of the whole thing, but I probably should. So, incessant scratching intensifies. So what, I'm turning into a meme. Why, everything I say now is a meme. Like Content Cop opening music, incessant scratching intensifies. That's not a meme, but it should be. It's like something intensifies. I probably need to go do something right now. I'll be back in like 5 minutes, but for you, it's just going to be this snap. 32/9. What's 32/9? Hold on. 32 divided by 9? I think that's how that works. Okay, so I got the same answer as I just did. but I don't know like what 3.5 repeated is in a fraction. I got the math right, I just don't know what to do with it. Hold on. Can I just go like this, then put another ½ inch plus 1 on? So ½ inch plus 1 would be there. Which is what? 1 inch and 1/8. I don't know how 3.555 repeated goes into whatever that is. That's pretty heckin' close. I'll call that good. So that's right there on the heckin' thing. That's not even close to being close. We'll figure this out. That's why I'm like super lazy, right? And so I don't know how to turn fractions into decimals. Not fractions, but like these fractions. So it was 9/16, right? 9/16 times 2 is what? 9/16. No one cares of me doing math. Looking at it, I'm just going to check real quick. This is an almost 1 inch, just over a ½ inch. So it's 9/16 here. 9/16 times 2. Hold on. Let me get a calculator. Hey, Vsauce. Michael here. So you may not have noticed that there's maybe a small change here. Half of the blade is gone. And, okay. Half the blade's gone. This is going to need to be worked on here. I had to make some small changes to the blade. It still looks pretty lit. But, this had to be way smaller. This little thing right here had to be way smaller than what it is. And so I had to work on it just a little bit. So here's going to be kind of what it roughly looks like. I mean, that looks pretty good. Hey, that's pretty good. But for the handle, I'm going to use PVC. Don't yell at me because don't yell at me because it's not metal. But I think it's only going to be on the training one. I'm making it PVC because you don't have to have a forge to heat it up to move it. I don't need it to be solid. Never mind. It needs to be kind of solid. But other than that, it's probably going to be PVC. I'm probably going to paint it something. The blade's going to stay normal. The handle can be styled. I don't know what the Vsauce outro is, but...